And
Exactly.
this is the thing with Lampard, yeah. It's like he's got the ego from being a player, but he's done nothing as a manager in it. But then he's got the arrogance of a top manager, but he don't have the CV of a top manager. Do you know what I mean? So that is where that's where the disconnect is between him and the players, in it. And that's probably the same reason why Thierry Henry will never be a good manager as well. Because a lot of these men, like, it's like they take their arrogance from their playing days into their coaching, and you can't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to prove yourself as a coach. It's a completely different thing. It's just like, call you a good boxer, yeah, but to be a boxing trainer is completely different. You know what I mean? You can't get frustrated at a man because he can't do something the way you used to do it, bro. Like, that ain't gonna make you a good coach. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly, bruv. Like you got.
it's crazy.
I feel like with these sorts of managers, it's like you need to be, just because you're the manager, you ain't exactly the main man. You still need to be a little bit humble in the way you move with things, especially when you haven't done anything at that level yet. Your playing career is not the same as your managerial career. It's only going to take you so far. It's a good name and everything, but you start straight from square one when you go back to being a manager. I think for some of them, they don't really
100.
understand that.
No, they
Like,
don't, but because their ego won't allow it.
yeah, and I also think it's like a positional thing. Like we spoke about in the past stream, where it's like all the DMs are so much better coaches than the players that play further forward. It's like the understanding of the games is different from there.
Yeah, but also because they're used to doing a lot of good work and not getting any praise for it.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know
I
what I
guess
mean?
I feel like that area is more. It's like creatively based as opposed to
And
being
it's
more
not, yeah,
structural.
it's not an ego position, bruv. If you're a Claude Makaleli or a Xabi Alonso or a Michael Carrick, you're used to going through your career doing all the work that don't get noticed. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't get the accolades. You put out a 10 out of 10, and the man of the match goes to the striker that scores 2 goals. Like, you're not used to getting all the credit for your hard work and your brain power and all of those things. So a lot of the time, the players that either play in the positions where it's like it's a thankless place. Do you know what I mean? I don't know many strikers, to be fair, that have made good managers, bro. You lot can throw some out there, bro. Like, Ruud van Nistelrooy is the only one that springs to mind. He's just won a couple trophies. But other than that, like, when you're thinking about strikers that fucking go into management and do well, bro, like, you're dying right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's
I
just like,
can't
bro,
think of one off the top of my head.
this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, man saying Inzaghi, like, like that. See what I'm saying? And come
Oh
on, bro.
yeah, Inzaghi.
Yeah,
That's
and
a fair
Inzaghi.
point.
Yeah,
Going for
maybe. All right, we'll
Inzaghi.
give it to Inzaghi, innit? Like, even though, like, do you know what I mean? Meh.
There's a couple. I'm seeing two, three names.
You see what I mean? But not
Even then,
really.
they're not of a higher profile as opposed to
They're
DMs
not
that I
high.
made.
They're not high profile. The only man is saying Cruyff, and Cruyff was something else. Like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But all these other guys you're mentioning, yeah, like, these were not fucking top strikers that would have massive egos anyway. Like, what did you do? Like, do you know what I mean?
Nah.
It's just one of them things where it's just a thankless task, yeah. Like, playing in some of these positions where you do the dog work and you don't get a lot of praise for it. So for me, I can't be taking, like, Lampard seriously as a football manager, and somebody needs to put him out of his misery.
I think at the end of the season, that'll be it because I don't know where he goes. And like, really and truly, like, don't keep trying, bro. Maybe coaching just ain't cut out for some people. Lampard was a good pundit. I liked him as a pundit. Like, I actually enjoyed listening to him. It was a good show whenever he was on. Him as a manager ain't it. And I feel like he's tanking all of his credibility right now because no one's going to listen to what Frank Lampard has to say now. He sounds like an idiot. And like, how many of these press conferences have come out of him thinking, what are you talking about? You've done something completely different. Oh, we played with pride after losing 2-0 to Brentford with 1 shot on target. What are you talking
Bro.
about?
Man said
Pride where?
everything's going against us now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bad time to be a Chelsea fan. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, because of you, bro. Because you play 5 at the back against the wrong teams, and then you play 4 at the back against the tougher teams. It's like everything you do makes 0 sense. 0 sense at all.